This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Friday. And yes, I said Friday because we worked so hard all week to now sit back, relax, and talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So if you're ready for the Zest, you're ready for the education and the news, smash the like, subscribe, and share the stream out with friends because YouTube doesn't, and all these platforms don't want you to know the truth about life. And I will tell you the truth about all these things like I know, and I will always share love and zest with you. Guys, I want to make sure. Oh, poop. Am I good? Do we have a sound check? I think we're good. Make sure you guys are checking out our beautiful sponsors, Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 20% off. And then you have the Zest over at Crypto Savings Expert. And I appreciate Crypto Savings Expert so much. They're so cool. And make sure you guys are checking them out using code ZESTY for 15% off your first month, code HAVING for 40% off your year, and 15% off if you want merch like this light I have in my background. We also have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and we really want to get 16,170 subscribers, only 5 away, so make sure you pamp those up. You've got to freaking pamp it up. Pamp it the frick up. I'm so excited. I want to say good morning to every single one of you. Jerry Tucker said today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Jerry. I'm doing clap sounds over here on YouTube. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Happy freaking birthday. I'm very happy to have you here. Do I take requests? If you have any chart requests and things you want to see for some TA, I will do that at the end of the show. And if you have any questions, I will do a little bit of a Q&A today. So if you guys have any questions about crypto, life, how to get started in the space, or anything related to that, I will be taking questions, chart requests, and everything at the end. So I got you guys. And the news isn't too much today, so we'll get there pretty quick. But I want to say good morning to everybody. Christopher, nice to see you. I haven't heard of that meme coin yet. We have Mr. Yee, nice to see you. We have Randy, Emma, all set. Emma does not have emojis, which is a big problem. Emma needs membershipery. We also have Craig.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$4.99.
Just as I was talking about it
Good
too,
morning,
right?
beautiful Rose. Appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And emojiless Emma too.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Emma's emoji-less. Emma needs help. Emma needs emojis. But thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, we're just getting after it. And I had a very deep conversation with somebody I haven't spoken to in a long time yesterday. And yeah, like, you know, I appreciate the people that are here for me. And I appreciate that I get to be here for other people. And it means a lot when people do stick around and when I stick around for them. And yeah, just like stick by people you care about. I guess that's the big message I want to send today. Stick by people. Don't give up on people. And always stay in communication. Never single yourself out. I think that's something that's very important too. Digi, nice to see you. Crypto Kurt, good morning. Mark Smithson. We have who else in the chat? We have my girl Alexandra G. She's a beautiful person. Emma lost her emoji, Squeaky McGee, Mark Smithson, Joe Harvey, nice to see ya. Welcome to the chat. We got Oval, nice to see you. Squeaky, what's up? We have who else? John Legend, what's up? Chase Blanchard, nice to see you. He said Decat in the house. Go off, Chase. We have Crimson. Who else we got in the chat? Pocket Change. Good morning, Pocket Change. A shout out to Jump Change 2 for the raid. We have Crimson from X in the chat. Nice to see you. Rob got it. Good morning. Sola Hefe, good morning. Who else we have? Oh, B Team Pharaoh Towers. Nash, nice to see you. Dave, what up? Gary Littlemore, good morning. MetaMask, Mr. NC. All right. Sawtooth Hiker, Severe Volume from X. Rogelio, nice to see you. MetaMask is in the chat. Always good to see you, my friend. Yukio on X. Good morning. Clate the Great. All right. Guys, Crypto Farmers here. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. David Brumblebee, nice to see you. Nice to see ya. Black Hat, so he's here for the long haul, and I appreciate that. Everyone, drop a SpongeBob emoji if you're here for the long haul. We're all here for the long haul. Because I know I am. Consistency is everything. Whether that's in relationships, friendships, or just your work and staying in crypto, like consistency is everything. You really just gotta work hard at everything to make them work. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, chat? But yeah, I'm very excited for everything right now. And again, we do have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. So I do hope that you guys are pamping this so that way we could grow our beautiful channel and have more people could see our message. Oh boy, oh freaking boy. We have some news this morning and we're going to just get into it. Hold on, Christopher. Are we salty about something? I haven't heard of it, so maybe I could take a look at the TA later. What caused Bitcoin to drop off this morning? It's really not that bad. We've been consolidating at the same range for a while. Steven, good morning. Digi, thank you.
You're welcome.
$9.99 from Doug Hype TV, making my day mealty, shortcake, collision, sparkles.
Oh my gosh, hype in the chat for Douglas.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yar for
$2 from Armani
Armani!
Jones. Good morning, Randy and Crypto Crew.
Yar, Armani, yar. Good morning. It's so nice to see you, Armani, and my Zype friend, Doug. I appreciate Doug so much. Oh my gosh, Mr. Yee gave away 1 membership, and it wasn't to Emma. Rob C., congrats, man. All right, guys, we're going to get after it. We have a lot to cover today, so we're just going to do things. We're going to freaking do it. We're going to get after it. We're going to get after it. Oh, I'm so excited about life. I'm excited about things, you know? So we're going to just get after things. So. And Greg goes, I can never win a membership. It's okay. You gotta stick around. You gotta stick around. We gotta have the membership-y. So we do have some people that are a little bit iffy in terms of if they trust the banks. Congrats, B-Team. Thank you, Retro. But we do have 140 customers of BMO that say they lost $1.5 million in fraud and they plan to sue the bank. What I like to point out a lot is why we're in crypto, and a lot of it is because of the faults in the banking system. Again, you look back to the Genesis block of Bitcoin, and Satoshi put in the article title from the Times talking about all the banks and their bailouts. Now, we do know that the banks have a lot of flaws besides their bailouts, besides the point that their infrastructure is basically busted in every which way or form, whether that's technologically or just actually the way the system works. These customers are the prime example of why you cannot put your trust in the bank. These 140 people, they just had their money quite literally disappear. And I want to show this to you guys. Elizabeth Bernas and her husband had planned to use proceeds from their home sale to renovate their new house and pay for their children's university tuition to also go on a family vacation after. But because they could not, they saw the reason why is they had a withdrawal of more than $63,000 from their bank account in a series of transfers that the bank will not reimburse. This lady says she was shocked and they almost dropped to the floor, which I would too. It seems as though they won't get compensated because it appeared the transfers were done on their device and there were no failed login attempts to the account, and a malware scan of the computer didn't show any irregularities, according to a letter from the bank. This obviously put people like this in severe stress. This isn't the first time we've heard about people, not just in Canada or wherever, in the United States as well, where their bank is just saying, oh, wait, you have money missing? We're not doing nothing about it. Because, again, who's really going to fight for these people? It turns out that people might say that seems a little bit sus. It transferred from her device. Maybe it was her fault. It seems that more than 140 customers had similar experiences from across the country of Canada, I believe this is in, and planned a filing of a class action lawsuit against the bank. And collectively, they've lost more than $1.5 million. The banks are horrible, and you're just a number to them. It's very unfortunate, the fact that these poor people, they have their money, they wake up, and they're just gone.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$5 from Dagino. Your joy is so contagious. Thank you for always lighting up the morning. I wish I could make it every day.
Aww.
Thank you for the rain of love, Digi. Oh, my heart is so warm. Thank you. I appreciate that. I wish you were here every morning, too. I appreciate the kind words. Shout out to Mr. Yu and Sadie sometimes and David Brumblebee for getting some membershipery out here. We love the membershipery. But yeah, this is just another example of the banking system and how awful it is. That people are just waking up, their money's gone, and they won't get reimbursed. And the bank just says, hey, man, it's not our fault. Like, I just think that's so ridiculous. So always make sure you're in control of your money. And if there's money transferred out of your account, the only way you can transfer your funds with crypto is by you signing the transaction yourself. So make sure that is what's happening and you have money that belongs to you and you're not trusting the banks. And again, I'm not telling you what to do to withdraw your money and whatever, but just know that the banks are not to be trusted. I definitely don't trust them with my savings. I'll tell you that. Wow, I just can't believe that. It's like people are just waking up thousands and thousands of dollars missing up, but can't do nothing about it. It's so sad. But what's not sad are Bitcoin whales.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$4.99 from Doug Hype TV. Let's go, DG. It's time for Hype Train.
Yes,
Shortcake.
hype.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
The Bitcoin whales are not sad because apparently they're accumulating and the Bitcoin halving is just over a week away. According to this, we're seeing it's in 9 days away. And originally it was scheduled for the 19th, then it was 420, and then now it's 422. So we'll know exactly when this is going to go down, but there has been a little bit of network congestion based upon a lot of inscriptions and a lot of people messing around to find out on the network. But the whales are accumulating, and it's pretty wild. Well, my voice just cracked. And it's pretty wild to see. We see Crypto Quant, a crypto analytic firm, has seen the growth of demand with Bitcoin whales, and they said it's never been stronger. Demand from permanent holders has exceeded the market supply of new Bitcoin for the first time. It indicates the quantity of new Bitcoin produced by mining is insufficient to meet new crypto investors' demands, and the scarcity will only grow further because of the halving. A lot of people have been getting whale accumulation alerts. This is obviously something that we're going to see a lot. People are saying each bull run has started months before the halving in anticipation of the reduced supply of Bitcoin, and post-halving, typically Bitcoin does moon. This is what's going on right now. That around the point of writing here, $49,000 is the cost of mining one Bitcoin. Obviously, the miners make profit because they sell it for $70,000, so they basically pay $49,000 to mine it. They sell it for around $70K, which is around what Bitcoin is right now, $69,900, $70K. People are saying that now to remain in profit, these miners have to make sure, or the price has to cross $80,000 for miners to be profitable. Do we think post-halving that Bitcoin will explode in price in the good way? Do you think miners will be in profit? Put a 1 or a yes emoji in the chat and put a 2 and a no emoji if you think that the miners will be absolutely wrecked post-halving. I think, either way, I think we're on a really good road. Consolidating at $70,000, I've been saying it. This is going to mean a huge move is coming with Bitcoin because, again, this is around all-time highs from 2021. The highest daily candle close was right here at 67.6. 69K was obviously the top of the last cycle. And now I don't even think there are cycles anymore. I'm just going to say that cycles are broken. So I don't think cycle is even the right word to use at this point. But over $69,000 consolidating over the all-time high from a few years ago is highly relevant. And this could mean either we have a huge swing to the upside and we just break out like madness, kind of like we did here, consolidating at 52K, boom, consolidation, and this is where we're at now. Typically, Bitcoin does consolidate, and then she makes a big move. Hopefully, it's to the upside based upon, the RSI and things. I think it's like we're right in the middle where this could either rip up and we go absolutely bananas, or we see more sell-offs, especially with the ETFs, and it might bring us to that downside. I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens there. Cloud in the sky. If you have any proof of any of that, then please make sure you send it to my Discord or my Telegram group. But go on missteencrypto.com or on my YouTube channel, go under this podcast and go in those groups and please put it in there if you have proof of this. I would definitely report on it if it was something I could. I love when you guys give me topics. I love when you guys give me topics. You guys are like, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? And I'm like, I will include that on the news for you. So that's just so awesome. It's easy to say the miners shouldn't sell, but the cost of power is a lot to take on as debt. I think that's true. Like, listen, electric is not cheap, especially in the United States. So I think obviously Bitcoin's going to have to keep moving on up to the upside because we even saw during the bear market, all these miners were shutting down. There were a lot of miner bankruptcies that were going on. You could go on my YouTube channel and any of the links in the description, or you could go to missteencrypto.com and just go into my Telegram or the Discord group and send the news in there. Okay, so let's talk more about things that are kind of spicy. We're going to talk about Craig Wright right now. Craig Wright is very controversial in this space, and I do hope to have him upon my program one day to talk to him about his trials and his life leading up to Bitcoin. Obviously, Craig Wright claims that he is Satoshi. It was found in court that he is not Satoshi and he cannot put copyright claims or trademark Bitcoin because he was planning on doing that, which again, I think is pretty crazy and also makes you think, like, can someone, if they really are Satoshi, have copyrights or rights general over the name Bitcoin and potentially take it away from a decentralized currency? But if Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency, you can't take its own name away from it. Is that correct? Those are just my thoughts. But there was a defamation appeal that Craig Wright dropped in Norway, and this had to do with someone that you may know on X, known as Hodlnaut. So we'll see what's going on here, and I would like to fill you in. And shout out for the membershippery. We need the membershippery for Emma. Australian crypto computer scientist Craig Wright stopped appealing his 2022 loss of a defamation case in Norway, which was related to his claims of being Satoshi. And the appeal was against Magnus Graneth, a Norwegian citizen who goes by Hodlnaut on Twitter and has published harsh words against Craig Wright. But in 2022, a Norwegian judge sided with Hodlnaut about his word choices and other written statements against Wright, a decision that Wright wanted to appeal. Quote, "Just got off the phone with my Norwegian lawyer," Graneth announced on his social media. "My win from 2022 is now final and enforceable. This case started May 19th, 2019 and lasted until today. I'm very happy. Now I just need to get the UK case dismissed and won, and I could finally move on." Wright issued a suit against Graneth in 2019, and because he said Craig Wright is not Satoshi. And obviously, Hodlnaut said some words and said he was very happy with my win. 5 years of work has come to a conclusion. You can see here that this was a lengthy case, over 3 years, and it was all contingent on whether Craig Wright was Satoshi. And it seems as though the judge has ruled that he is not. So that is probably why he just dropped the appeal, because obviously if he's not Satoshi, he was ruled he was not Satoshi, he can't get into more lawsuits with other people when the whole point of it is that they were calling him out for not being Satoshi. So I guess it's a good thing for Hodlnaut, and maybe ending up being a good thing for Craigie too, because Craig's in a lot of legal warfare and the man needs to take a break. So I think this might be a good thing for the both of them, because you might actually get in trouble if he keeps going. But yeah, that's the latest on Craig Wright. That I thought was super interesting. I would like to actually ask you guys in the chat, do you guys think Craig Wright is Satoshi? Put a 1 or a yes emoji, or put a 2 and a no emoji. Is Craig Wright Satoshi? Put it in the chat. This should be the poll. But Emma's a part of the poll. I gotta make Emma the poll. So put a 1 or a yes emoji, 2 or a no emoji if you think Craig is Satoshi. Tosh. And this speaking of someone that was kind of on a power trip, we had SBF. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's not over. And why would we think it is? I knew it wasn't over. I was like, this is so sus to me that SBF got through this whole trial, no campaign financing charges when he was the second largest donor to our current president. Again, completely sus. And then you have the fact that he went to court and was sentenced to 25 years in prison and could be let out early for the sake of probation, good behavior. And we knew SBF wasn't happy with that because it was initially that he was sentenced to 25 years. He was going to go back and stay in a West Coast jail for the sake of being near his parents. But SBF seems like he wants to fight on back here and appeal the decision and the fraud conviction here. This is big, big news because will Sam's corruption, will his political contributions give him that green, beautiful, golden path? I would say it's a golden path, not even a green can, a golden path to freedom. Let's see. We see SBF has filed to appeal his conviction and sentence for fraud and conspiracy charges on Thursday, hours before his deadline to do so. He was convicted after a month-long trial of 7 different charges, including fraud against FTX and Alameda customers. Earlier this month, SBF was sentenced to 25 years with 3 years of supervised release and $11 billion in forfeiture. Scrolling down here, SBF's former colleagues, several of them have turned over evidence on him and testified at trial, have yet to be sentenced, like Dan Friedberg and Caroline Ellison, all of these other people that I keep asking about. SBF, we see, has been remanded to a low or medium security prison near his parents in Northern California. However, they were like, oh, his autism is a risk factor. That's why he has to be there. But SBF was like, nah, bro, let's let him stay in MDC in Brooklyn during his appeal process. SBF said, no, I'm staying, I want to appeal, and I want to get out of here. Will SBF make it out? Will SBF be able to use his corruption, his political strength to get him out of jail? This whole 25 years wasn't just to silence people in crypto, make us feel like we should just shut up now because SBF's gone. He's not gone yet, and we will continue to see more of him. Trust me on that. Trust me. And I'll ask the same question again. Has anyone seen SBF walk in to MDC Brooklyn or out of MDC Brooklyn? Has anyone ever seen him in an orange jumpsuit? No. And that's why I keep asking people, why do you really believe SBF is being held accountable? You could say I'm wearing a tinfoil hat, but I will say for sure that I want to see proof that this man is in a jail cell. And I haven't gotten one piece. There's one picture that one gang member took in the jail. How do you know that's even freaking real, bro? How do you know that's even real? It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. No one from the press has even seen this man in prison walk in or walk out. And shout out to John Jermaine and Mr. Yee for the membershippery. So, yeah, that's what I thought was very interesting about SBF. So he is trying to come back. He is trying to appeal his decision. He wants to get out of jail. And, man, SBF, no matter what, whether he wasn't really the leader of this whole FTX conspiracy, he still knew what he was doing. He was still going on Twitter Spaces, clicking and clacking, playing League of Legends, and totally disrespecting everybody in those Twitter Spaces that were asking him, SBF, where's the money? And that was absolutely disgusting. So him as a person, very bad person, in my opinion. He probably meant well at the beginning. Power went to his head. He had all the family, all the corrupt people around him telling him what to do and what to say. But he still did it. And for that reason, he should be held accountable. And his parents should be held accountable. His brother, his siblings should be held accountable. Every single person involved in FTX should be held accountable. Gary Gensler, all of these people that were involved in politics, all the people he paid off, our own president, everyone should be held accountable for associating themselves with him and FTX. Oh gosh, another membership, but none for Emma. Guys, we need 25 more likes for 100. I hope you guys are pamping it right now. Pamp it the frick, pamp it the frick. Okay. Subscribe, guys. We're trying to get some subscribers today. Subscribe. Now we're going to talk about something that I also find very, very odd, and it involves
China. China.
China. Bruh, indeed. Bruh. We have fraud victims, right, that want China to recover $4.3 billion from the UK police, and it was seized by the UK police. Why and what is going on here, especially because China really doesn't want much to do with actual Bitcoin. There's some ETF news that we're going to cover in a moment, but this I find very strange and weird. The victims of an investment fraud scheme facilitated by an electronics company in China are looking to recover $4.3 billion in Bitcoin, and this was bought with their money to help the UK government. And a group representing the scam victims reportedly submitted a letter to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of China requesting it to negotiate with the UK government to recover the seized Bitcoin. The funds were taken through a $6.2 billion investment scheme conducted by someone in this electronic tech company from 2014 to 2017. So this was a long time ago. At the time, it says here that the Bitcoin was worth $1.7 billion when it was seized in 2021, but now worth $4.3 billion as the price has risen. If you look, the letters are calling for the Chinese government to cooperate with the UK and provide evidence demonstrating their rightful ownership to the Bitcoin. This was crazy because the people that did this fraud, did the scam, they were apparently from China, but they bought a $30 million mansion with Bitcoin. So I don't really know how this is adding up. Like a Chinese company got their Bitcoin seized, and now the UK is like asking China to help, but the UK is the one that seized it. Like, what is going on here? A little bit confusing, a little bit sus, a little bit weird. And really, where is this Bitcoin going to go to? Is it really going to go back to the people that allegedly got scammed from 2014 to 2017? And if it was that long ago, why would it take so long to get seized? Why is it taking so long for people to get any sort of reimbursement? Again, the math just isn't mathing here. Math is just not mathing. And again, what is this? What is this, guys? Fun! In Hong Kong, they like to fund crypto a lot. Crypto's for money laundering. Crypto's so bad. Oh my God, crypto. But at the same time, they do have Hong Kong listed Bitcoin ETFs that are saying they could unlock $25 billion in demand. And a rumor has it that there could be Hong Kong approved Bitcoin ETFs by Monday. And again, this is a lot of liquidity, but highly suspect considering that China's always throwing complete at crypto, but not doing the same thing toward their system. And obviously it's because they have CBDCs, the Hong Kong digital dollar, the digital yuan, social credit score, and there is no actual retail here. And you can dive into that point right in this article, where we're talking about the $25 billion in demand, and that it could give access to mainland Chinese investors. It says that the Southbound Stock Connect, this app, allows qualified mainland Chinese investors to access eligible shares listed in Hong Kong. And it says that this is based on a blue sky assumption, all of these things. But they're saying this Stock Connect program allows mainland Chinese investors to snap up 540 billion Hong Kong dollars worth of Chinese stocks annually. So they're saying, based off of all these numbers, that this could just shoot up the Bitcoin ETFs. However, how can you say that this could be open to mainland Chinese investors when even in this article they say that it's unclear whether it would be open for mainland Chinese investors? Here's my question. What is a mainland Chinese investor? Are these institutions? Are these retail? And again, retail is not really retail because regular Joe Schmo on the street cannot go and buy a Bitcoin ETF or anything really for that matter in China. You have to be an accredited investor, basically. And their version of that is you taking a test to prove you're knowledgeable to have this investment. And 2, you have to have a certain net worth. And when you live in a completely communist country, how in the world can you acquire a certain net worth or get passed for all these knowledge tests? Who are you to tell me if I'm smart enough to invest my money or do what I want with my money? This is China, bro. This is China. And if you know what they do, China, they tell the banks and they tell all of these businesses to go to prop up the stock market whenever things aren't going right. They print and they print and they print. The whole system is completely manipulated. It's not a real economy when the government tells everyone what to do to make everything look better. That's not a real market. It's completely manipulated. So that's my whole thing on China. Let's move on. A country that really is getting on my freaking nerves, man. Nerves. And everyone is like, it's so beautiful there. And it freaking is beautiful, which makes me so mad because they have cute little kangaroos running around, even though I heard kangaroos are pretty vicious if they kick you. Anyway, we have Australia. Australia said they wouldn't value retail CBDCs for its privacy and safety. Guys, the whole thing, the Reserve Bank of Australia, RBA, they've been working with MasterCard for well over a year because they want CBDCs. MasterCard wants you to take over the world. They're MasterCard for a reason. They want to be your master. They want to tell you what to do and how to live your life. They also work with Consensus. They work with a bunch of people that own MetaMask. So this is complete sussery to me. But Australia has been working relentlessly on their CBDC. And we know during lockdowns and things like that, when things got dicey in the world, people were writing things on social media. And in Australia, they got something like this at their door. Asking, where were you? Why did you post that? Is this really how you feel? And people were being arrested for their speech on social media. So as far as I'm concerned, Australia isn't far off from the Chinese state of mind. And neither is the United States if you really think about it. But the Reserve Bank of Australia has examined the value the public would place on a retail CBDC, looked at willingness of the use of a CBDC in a digital wallet and the privacy benefits that this may offer. They described its hypothetical CBDC as a digital currency that's even safer and potentially even more private than commercial bank deposits. This obviously will not be true. And they said the research considered fees, all of these types of weird things that they talk about here, the safety value, and talking about bank deposits, the public resistance, they said, could also color the findings. And they know that obviously people are not okay with CBDCs. And if you look at these polls, any polls that governments do, I don't believe a flipping word of any of these polls that the governments do or any of the banks are like, oh, we did a poll here, we did a survey there. Sir, I would like to see blockchain entries of each person and answering these questions, signing a transaction saying, I'm a real person, I have entered your survey. I don't trust any of these surveys. You don't know where they came from. You don't know if they just made a graphic and put something anywhere and put it out there. Oh, Randy, but why would they do that? Because they can. And we've seen it multiple times over the past 3-4 years. We remember when the TVs were saying you should do this because the numbers say this. You should do that because the numbers say that, when we knew that these numbers were fluff, and they come out now saying that all these numbers that they put out are faulty. Going a little bit, that was going on a little straying away from this point here. But we know that the RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, is relentlessly working on the CBDC. They work with MetaMask. They work with Consensus. They work with way too many people. And we know that the private part, the safety part, of CBDCs. It doesn't exist. All of these banks, all the central banks, they work together. They literally go and say, oh, you're going to print here, you're going to print there, we're going to work together on a CBDC, and then I'll work with you next month. Don't worry, bro. We'll do this other experiment. Experiment this, experiment that. That's all you hear with these CBDCs. They're all the same. All these countries, they're all the same. They might not politically align, but one thing they align on is that cold, hard digital cash, where they don't want you to have your physical cash. They don't want you to have anything that they can't see. And this is why we want Bitcoin. Because listen, if they want to see what we're doing, there it is, right on the blockchain. But at least I'm in control of what I'm doing, and you can't tell me yes or no. 24/7, 365 access to money. And what is money? Money is value. Money is information. We deserve to be able to send messages, value, information without censorship, without those intermediaries. And that's what these people want to take away from you. And we will not do that. We will absolutely educate everybody. Oh, yes, Piano Matty B is in the chat. Oh, boy, we need a sound check.
The sound check.
Baby, it's a sound check. I'm gonna check this sweet mic. Why don't you check yours too? Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Bing bang.
Oh gosh. I love Piano Matty B. Guys, Piano Matty B, it is Friday. So Piano Matty B will be live from 10:30 p.m. Eastern tonight until whenever the Jimmy gets tired. But shout out to Piano Matty B. I'm going to put a link to his channel. Where are you? Where's your channel? Guys, follow Piano Matty B every Friday and Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. It's almost past my bedtime, so I do pop in at the beginning. I do the sound check and things, but I don't make it too far into the episode. But I do encourage everyone that could stay up later than me, please go and watch. So I appreciate Piano Matty B very much. King Snooch in the chat. I was with King Snooch literally last week at NFT NYC at the Forbes party. We were outside. We were hanging out with a few people, and I was like, "Yo, do you guys know about Piano Matty B?" I told them about how you go live at 9 a.m. before me, and then you go live on the weekends, and you were still on. It was like around midnight here, and I sent King Snooch in the chat. But yeah, you guys have to go to the show later. Please go to the show. I freaking love Piano Matty B. He's a great dad too. Duke is the cutest kid ever. But yeah, I just wanted to give him a little shout out really quick. Cause that's reserved for cold hard days. All right. I just love him so much. All right, let's move on. We do have some interesting things here because we have Ton Foundation. If you don't know who Ton is, Benny with the rose, we have Ton that is the Telegram-based token, their Telegram-based project, and the foundation from Ton is teaming up with HashKey. Now, HashKey is doing a lot of Bitcoin ETF, custody-related things, all in China. HashKey is actually a Hong Kong owned company that's apparently based in Singapore, but it's actually a Hong Kong company, which means that the CCP is somewhat involved in this. Anything that these companies from Hong Kong or China are doing is approved by the CCP. Otherwise, they wouldn't be allowed to do it. But I want to show you what's going on here because I think what Telegram's doing is very, very interesting and kind of cool for adoption. The stewards of the Ton ecosystem have formed a partnership with HashKey Group, the parent company of the Hong Kong licensed crypto exchange of the same name. One of the aims of the partnership is to increase provision for on and off ramping of crypto and fiat to Asia Pacific users who use the wallet service in the messaging app Telegram. The Ton blockchain started in 2018. Obviously, the SEC tried to kill it. They came back. HashKey and the foundation are focusing on their partnership on Hong Kong in their first phase, but they will expand to other Asia-Pacific markets should their initial efforts prove success. So Ton Coin was up around 2%. Around the hour of the announcement, went down a few percent, but it doesn't seem like this had a lot of market impact. Aren't they scanning palm hands, Yukio? HashKey, no. Ton, no. You might be thinking of Avalanche. and how they're teamed up with Alibaba and Alipay, which is which is also connected to Amazon, in the fact that they are like Avalanche did partner with Amazon, and Amazon and Alibaba have the same way of paying, like in China, where they scan your palm and basically take every piece of data from your hand to identify you. So that's Alibaba, Alipay, Avalanche, Amazon, the 4 A's. Not Toncoin, as far as I know, and HashKey. I don't think they have anything to do with that. But thank you for bringing that up. See, it makes me like so happy that people listen to me and things. Betty, thank you for the rose. You've gone over Hong Kong approving spot ETFs. Yes, I did. I mentioned that they would, Hong Kong, apparently it's going to bring 25 billion in demand. And rumor has it, from what I've been seeing, that they might approve ETFs on Monday. But who knows? That's just the rumor. So nothing confirmed, Chris. My biggest thing that I tell people about is the youngsters, bro. What does Gen Z and millennials want to invest in? Is it stonks? Is it the cryptocurrencies? Well, we've been saying it for a long time, and I've shown you articles for quite a long time, that Gen Z and millennials would prefer crypto over stocks. And it seems as though crypto and real estate might be competing in what like the interest is. So I think crypto is probably number one. Real estate is like a nice follow-up, and stocks would be number 3 because they are absolutely manipulated. A new survey suggesting young Americans are more likely to own crypto than stocks, signaling a shift in the financial assets and investment strategies. A study that was done on October 16th and 19th, published by Policy Genius Financial Planning Survey on April 9th, featured 4,063 adult respondents in the United States and found that 20% of Gen Z and 22% of millennials are much more likely to invest in alternative assets like crypto and NFTs compared to their older counterparts. Younger generations store their wealth differently than Gen X and Boomer, including novel investments like crypto. This could show a bigger willingness to take risks with their money, but it could also reflect obstacles that they can't control, like the growing housing shortage. This is actually so freaking funny that this article brought this up, because who said the same exact freaking thing when she was on Fox? Oh boy, that was me. And it was so funny. That's why I pulled this article up, because I was like, wow, it proves my point, 1, of Gen Z, and 2, brings up exactly what I was talking about in regards to where Gen Z's mind is at and how the American dream is dying, where we used to just wake up, man, and go into the United States, go to work, and then one person would be able, like a dad would go to work, work his little tushy off, come home and provide for the wife and the kiddos without any struggle there. And everyone was living good, eating good. Everyone was happy. Now that's not true. People are literally working 3 jobs to sustain their one-person lifestyle. And Gen Z, can we really afford houses? I want to just put this on really quick because I thought this was such a good clip.
And that is beginning to happen. Take a look at this. This is a spike on accounts ages 13 to 19 at Charles Schwab last year. Now, our next guests are part of that group. Some teens are now in the stock market. Joining me now, missteencrypto, Randi Hipper is with us. High schoolers, Mohan Ko-Maravalli. I'm close. You'll straighten me out. And Rachel Kim, I think I got that one right. All right, let me start in studio. Mohan, let me start with you. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. When did you get in the market? When did you start trading?
Around 13.
All right, so what was the impetus? What made you say, golly, I want to do this?
Well, before the pandemic happened, I didn't really know a lot about investing, but, the economy was shifting, and a lot of people saw it as a bad thing, but it also brought a lot of attention. So, especially at home, my dad would talk a lot about the market, and that just intrigued me because I realized the prices are down, or the stock prices are down now, and, they're probably going to go back up in the future.
What intrigues me is the names that you bought. So you didn't buy meme stocks per se.
Yeah.
You bought Disney, you bought Amazon, you bought Starbucks, and you bought Chegg, which I think is a little different, more of a high-risk play, but could be high reward. What made you gravitate to those bluer chip names?
Yeah, so, as...
Hold on, we're going to skip past him a little bit. Hold on. There was a technical issue there. She had tech issues. We're going to move past her tech issues, and then there we go.
Original swashbuckler in studio with us, right? Miss Teen Crypto is no longer a teen. Congratulations. You officially entered adulthood, 21 years old. So we've got two investors, young investors, teenagers like you, both starting out very smart, right? Mohan, he's got blue chip names. He's taking a shot with Chegg, which I think could pay off. And of course, Rachel, who made a lot of money, but instantly said, hey, listen, I want to be a little bit more conservative. What would you tell them because of your own experience of the ups and downs that you've had, but particularly with the crypto investments?
I would tell them that risk is worth taking. We're at a point now where the American dream has changed, where people used to come to this country, think they could work a job, then own a house, and they would live a prosperous life. When, Charles, we're now realizing that as Gen Z, the hopes of owning a house are diminishing, that you don't have to be an economist or a major analyst to know that wages are staying the same and even lessening, but prices keep going up. Risk is worth taking. Take a shot. Start investing.
Well, with that, right? Okay, risk is worth taking. You're young. Are you going to look for the sort of moonshots? Are you interested in that? Or
So yeah, so there you go. So that was a good interview just for the sake of the American dream, and really relates to exactly what we were talking about there with Gen Z and kind of how we view things now. Because again, the American dream is not the same. And we also have, the fact that a lot of Gen Z will not own a home. And who's going to own all of it? The banks. The banks are going to own it all. And then what are we going to be left with? We're going to own nothing and be happy? Absolutely not. We will own our Bitcoin. And they won't be able to take it from us. How cute. Aww. So yeah, let's get it. Shout out to Charles Payne. Hope I see him again soon. Let's move on out to the market recap. As you guys are subscribing to the channel, because we want 4 more subscribers this episode. Ooh, that was loud. Okay, so guys, we have a sea of red today, so I can't sing my sea of green song, but we do have things that are taking a little bit of a hit. Meme coins are down a little bit, like whiff is down 10%. Bitcoin today is struggling with 70K as per usual. And that's $69,780 as of the moment, down 0.34%. Obviously, we were going over it before. VWAP is kind of flat. We wanted a confident move to the upside there. Money flow is kind of lacking. Momentum is okay. We do have, obviously, the choppy RSI where we wanted a really nice confident move up, which we kind of did get. But it started to chop up a little bit and is hanging above neutral, but still kind of choppy. 69K obviously was that all-time high from 2021. We're kind of hodling. I'm always saying hodling instead of holding. We're holding above that, and hopefully we could stay above 70K, close above it today, and try to hit that 71.5. It seems like there's a lot of selling pressure at around 71.2, 71.3. Ethereum is chilling. Ethereum's trying to hold this 35.40. It's just not really happening. I hope that it does, but neutrally we want to close there, and bearishly we are looking at defending 32.30. The momentum is kind of flattening out. The VWAP is just heading towards that zero line. If it goes confidently below it, I would be worried. And then we also have the RSI that's just chopping it at the bits at this neutral level. Broke below neutral, now aiming bearish. If we keep aiming bearish, then I am looking at that 32.30. Litecoin is the frickin' right coin. Everybody loves Litecoin, because I love Litecoin. The Litecoin Summit is from July 24th to the 25th in the beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah! I hope to see all of you guys there. Please take part. Only $84 per ticket. And it's $95 per Litecoin, so less than the price of one Litecoin buys you a ticket to the summit. 2-day summit, only $84. Are you crazy? You crazy? We're down 3% for Litecoin today. We're trying to move up with that VWAP. I wish it was more confident, because we do have that red dot that kind of wrecked that momentum, pulling it below that zero line. And we have the RSI that's been chopping it and really at that neutral, so I'm hoping we don't break below neutral. I want to hold $97, bearishly looking at $91.50, $92. If you guys have chart requests, please put them in the chat. Alexandra G, thank you for the 1 membership-ery. So yeah, I would look out for that. Also, Doge is holding on to 19 cents, which I absolutely love. A green dot on the momentum is pretty good. We have the VWAP that is kind of teetering below the zero line. So I would just be aware of that. We also have the money flow that's lacking. RSI, we need to pick up majorly. We are not in a terrible position, but I would like to be aiming more bullish and stay bullish. But 19 cents I would look to hold, bearishly look at that 17.5, and more bullishly look at 21.20 cents. Hi, no in the chat. Mr. Yee with another membership for James. Do we have any chart requests? VWAP like DWAP. That's so funny. Wise guys, hello. Xenopie, nice to see you. Another membership for the one who was. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Doge's royalty in Renaissance time. Listen, Doge, I think, will play a big role in the future. I think it has hope for sure. Orca whale, what does a red dot mean? Red dot, just like everything else, it usually means bad. It usually means that there could be a possibility of just bad price action or choppy price action. If you see where, for example, I'll give you a good example here. You know what? I should find a better one. That's better. Okay. So if you look at, you can see my line going directly up, right? So you see as the price was rising from, let's get a different color out here. So if you look at the price, it started to rise, right? She started to go up. So as the price was going up, you saw momentum start to go up. The VWAP was starting to go up, even though she was a little bit choppy, which makes sense as per the price action. And then once we hit kind of our peak momentum and the market started to cool off and all of these signals started to correlate that maybe we're not going to keep pumping anymore, you had this red dot. You see the red dot printed here, and that correlates to price action, where right at the time we printed that red dot was when we cooled off. And then you saw the momentum slide and VWAP go down and all these other factors and the RSI that coordinate with that red dot. Memory man, number go down. That's good. Number go down. Juanito, nice to see you. All right, let's see. If you guys have any questions too, it doesn't have to necessarily be a chartery request, but if you guys have any questions, period, then I will take them. All right, let me see what I can do with Koti. All right, let's see. All right, I'd be looking over here. So these are basically the levels I can tell you about. Okay. So basically what I got here is just a few significant levels. One being where we're kind of at now, which is this 0.156, so just over 15.5 cents. If we keep getting these red dots, pulling this momentum down, the VWAP keeps going down, the RSI is not giving us the best of the zest, I would look at reestablishing support at 12 cents, 0.1238 to be specific, and not coming close to that 200-day SMA that's sitting currently at like just 9.25 cents. So yeah, I would look at neutrally holding 15.5, bearishly 12, just below 12.5, and bullish, that 24 cents, 23 cents. What do I think of render? Let's take a look. So render, we were looking at it possibly trying to hold a support of like $8.85 just about. And it seems like we're breaking below that. We did try to test $10.26, but it definitely fell through. We're $8.62 now, down 4.7%. The VWAP is not giving me the best of the zest. If it confidently shoots up, I would say maybe we have some positive price action. The momentum shooting down after a red dot. The RSI is pretty wrecked. And I would look at the RSI going down to oversold, because if it goes down to oversold, there's a possibility of cooling off and an incoming uptrend. So I would look at trying to hold this $8 range, and if not, look at $7.45 as like a way, as a level to possibly hold support at, because it was where we kind of closed and rejected in November of 2021, at least when it was listed on Binance. All right. Piranha, nice to see you. Brian Rose, the London mayor. What's going on in London? Gold, everything's ripping. Listen, it's about time they do something. Alexander G with another membership. Whoa, I just blew my earballs out. Oh, my eardrums out. What's my go-to karaoke song? I don't know. I have so many.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Love your channel, great voice, keep it up. Thumbs up.
Great voice. Oh boy, Robert Knight, thank you very much. You like the vocals? This is for no.
A potato flew around my room before you came.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude. That's so funny. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate that. No problem, Orca. And if you are interested, if anyone's interested in Market Cipher, please make sure you use that link in the description and use code ZESTY for 20% off your purchase. A lot of people have gotten Market Cipher, have used the code, and they really love it. Earballs, yeah, sometimes I get confused, man. Earballs, eyeballs, balls. Neo, nice to see you in the chat. C90, what's up? Welcome, everyone. Welcome. True said potatoes. Yes, that was for no. That was for no, because I know he loves it. But yeah, guys, there's so much going on. I'm really bullish on everyone. I'm bullish on the whole space, yo. I say it every day because I mean it. And I'm just so blessed to be getting after it. Emma does shade my vocals. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. I wish she would just acknowledge the zest, but you know, not everyone's perfect. You know what I mean? Not everyone's perfect. You posted the ton palm scanning article. What? Where is that? In the Discord. Oh boy. I hope this is not true. When was this written? April, and I missed that? Oh boy. So it's okay, so I don't really.
A potato flew around my.
I'm shook. Oh. Proof of personhood. Company's iris scanning. Are we talking about WorldCoin here? Human code founder. Who the frick is this? Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do some research here. No way. Oh, this is WorldCoin. Yeah, okay. So human code, our experience, palm recognition technology. Oh my lordy lord. This is no good. I don't think I like this anymore, because obviously it makes sense as to why HashKey is teaming up with Toncoin, because they're doing the same exact thing as I'm going. Oh my gosh, an Alipay, an Avalanche. Oh my gosh, no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh boy, I'm upset. I'm upset. Oh, I'm upset. I gotta move on. I'm gonna lose it. Why can't we have anything nice? This is why we can't have nice things. It's because of freaking
China.
This is why we can't have nice things. Ooh, all right, this is interesting. London's coming out with a token. What? Okay, so we see here someone named Brian Rose, who's the founder and host of London Real TV, is saying he's gonna make London a crypto-friendly city. He's gonna announce his new campaign policy as the next mayor, to give every person 100 of their dollars worth of new capital crypto token, London token, pay council bills, transport network, parking charges, and more. Whoa, bro. Crypto token will offer multiple benefits to our city. But how is this being built? Like, that's my thing. Like, this is definitely very interesting. And I appreciate you sending this to me, Gary. Guys, this guy's running for mayor of freaking London, and he wants to make a London coin and actually give utility to it. Like, the transport, bills, council bills, parking charges. Like, that's really smart. Like, that's actually smart. That's the way to, like, build utility. But my question is, how is this being built? Is this going to be on a public blockchain? Is this going to be a CBDC type? And Gary Littlemore, man, putting me on this tweet and said, Dogecoin is money. Here's the proof. Oh boy, thank you for having me on this tweet. Hopefully he acknowledges this, Gary. That is so baller. Thank you for that. That's actually really good news. Yeah, I'm upset with this Toncoin news. I'm not happy about it. Yeah, you told him you could do that with Dogecoin. Exactly. But again, it's something that they want to control. So that's my thing, Gary. Like, we got to figure out like the actual logistics of how this thing is being built. All right, let's see. Is it a pre-mine? See, like, these are all the questions we have. Crypto KJ, he said he doesn't stand a chance our government would arrest him for fraud before he got in office. Oh boy. I hope that's not bad. I hope he's a good person. Jeez. I don't know London or the EU politic game, so I can't really like give you too much information or opinion on that one. But listen, guys, like, we have a lot going on. We have a lot to do. I personally have a lot to do today. But I want to get after it with you guys. You guys are really amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you all the freaking time. We have a fake rose coming in. I see it. I see your fake rose. But yeah, guys, like, we have a lot going on. Bitcoin consolidating above 69K is really good. So I'm bullish on it. But again, like, if we have a big drawdown, it is what it is, man. Like, that's what Bitcoin does. Because when we consolidate at this level, it's either we have a big move down or we explode to the upside. So I'm hoping, obviously, it's exploding to the upside. But obviously, everyone has to have their bullish and bearish case scenario no matter what. Please make sure your crypto is off of the exchange and in your own wallet. That is priority. The reason why we're in this space is to be our own bank and to have money that no one can take from us. So please, if you haven't yet, take your crypto off of the exchange. Use Cake Wallet because they're open source and you see what's actually going on there. And make sure, if you haven't yet, like, subscribe, share this video with someone you think might like it too, because TikTok's trying to say I'm a bot. Cool. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, share. Have a great day. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And as always, stay zesty. Peace.